Key, are you ready? Bayou Diva, let them know that you're ready.
It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies then. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. See what's poppin' in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message.
Ain't no room for hating, enjoy the entertainment. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion, we love what they're doing. You are locked in to the ladies' den.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
One more time. Hey, y'all, what's up? Welcome to the Ladies' Den. It's your girl, Lady K, in the building. How you doing? Oh my God. So, tonight we actually have a special guest coming back. You've already met her, so I don't have to keep it a secret, but it is my girl, Miss Natisa Williams of So Fluent. Okay, she has a show coming up. And she's also celebrating her birthday, which is kind of cool. So she'll come back, and she's coming back in the den. She'll be here in a moment to talk about the show coming up. I will be one of her models on the runway. Okay. It's been a minute since I have put the heels on to walk the runway, y'all. So listen, yeah, we had rehearsal and practice and stuff, and I was very proud of myself. Put my heels on and I walked like I was supposed to walk, and I'm excited. So anyway, as you know, when we start the show, we talk about what we're sipping on. And I want to put this out there, and we talk about it every week. If you have any type of beverage, we have had a few friends on here that have alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, from wine to juice to tea, vodka, tequila. And what we do is we just sip on it, and then we talk about it and we say if it's good or not, and then suggest it or whatever. But anyway, since we're all virtual, and I think this evening it's just going to be me representing for the den. I'll just say what I'm sipping on. It's just simply water. No alcoholic beverages. I'm really trying to get a little healthier when it comes to sipping on beverages and stuff, because once you get to a certain age, and of course, DNA has a lot to do with it. Your genetics has a lot to do with it. Everybody's body doesn't operate the same. But the way my genetics is set up, okay, I'm trying to eat and drink things that are healthy. And so even though I drink. I do. I've got to the point to where I'm an alcoholic where I have to have a drink every day or whatever. But I drink different beverages. Last week I was sipping on there's a Finnish drink called the Long Drink. It's made with gin. It's a canned beverage. You can go back and look at that. And but sometimes I just like to just have a little water. And I also want to show you guys, hold on, something that I have tried to incorporate into my daily. Hold on one second. So I don't know if you guys have heard anything, like when I can, I like to incorporate a natural routine in my life. And so one thing that I have heard about over and over and over is there's some things that if you ingest them every day, first thing you wake up and then when you go to bed at night, it really helps your body from top, bottom, inside, outside. So the first thing, and I got this from, there's a store in Atlanta called Sevananda, and they have everything natural, vegan, just across the board from, you know, everything from for the body, hair products, skin products, food, just everything. And so, saw one of my girlfriends recently that we were in on the West Coast together, and we're no longer working together like that, but I saw her and oh my God, like we laughed about it while we were over there on the West Coast. Like we gained because we were, you know, kind of living and having a good time while we were working. And so, you know, I've lost a little bit, but when I saw her, she had gone back to literally, you know, I was like, wow, wait a minute, what are you doing? She was like, she always talked about the fact that there's only certain things she can eat anyway. And so she went back to, you know, really following her eating habits that helps her body. But she also told me that she does the sea moss and soursop bitters every day. And so this is the brand that I got and that she told me about and that I got from Sevananda. It's in Atlanta. Literally, it's two tablespoons of each every day. First thing in the morning and then right before I go to bed. And I really just I have a very tall shot. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you what I put it in. Hold on. Wait a minute. I put them in my shot glass. And it's two, and I got this from Punta Cana. Hey, shout out to my girl Tanea. It's still Virgo season. We were in DR, and you know, you got to get souvenirs. So I used my shot glass to shoot something healthy. And I'm gonna show you again just in case you wanna. And I'll put the soursop bitters and then the liquid sea moss tonic. And I will put in the comments, I'll say soursop bitters. Make sure I spell it right. Sea moss tonic. Add, let's see, Sevananda in Atlanta, GA. It's actually in little 5 points. Put that in the comments there. So if you ever make it to Atlanta, or you can look it up. Look up Sevananda. Google it or whatever browsing engine that you use and see what it gives you. I don't know if they ship stuff, but you can check it out and see. Or if you are in and around Atlanta, and you are looking for a place to like purchase just healthy stuff, that's a good place to start. A very good place to start. And they are a co-op. So you can actually join and be a part of it as well. And I think you get a discount. I think it's like a 10-15% discount. But check it out and see for yourself. But yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to incorporate all of that, including water into my diet. So that's what I'm sipping on today. What else? What else shall we talk about? Oh, we always have to remember that September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Put this up here real quick. But we talked about this the first week of this month, and I'm gonna always recap it every week, because it's something that's very, very important, especially for the Black community. Again, and I always tell this story, and I will continue to repeat this story. One thing that we always say here in the Ladies' Den is that it's very important to know your medical history, your family medical history on both sides, because I have a cousin who got the sickle cell trait from his father and was in a relationship with a young lady who also had the sickle cell trait. I don't know if they knew, but they did end up having a little girl, my cousin Kashay, and so she was born with sickle cell because they both have the trait. I don't know if they found out about the whole trait thing later, because Kashay was born with sickle cell, but because of that, she had some very, 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 very painful moments in life. She was in the hospital, in and out of the hospital all the time, because sadly she was always in crisis. And you can look up sickle cell and see what the meaning of sickle cell crisis is. Basically, it's when, because the blood cells are not formed correctly, literally when they go into what they call a crisis, they are like hurting from inside out. And so they are in pain. And a lot of times, they go into the hospitals or whatever. And like my cousin, thank God, she had a medical staff that was supportive. They knew her. So when she came to the hospital, they already knew. They had a process to go try to make her as comfortable as possible, things of that nature. There are a lot of people that have sickle cell. They don't have that support. And so when they get to the hospital, the medical staff is like, you just here for drugs. Ain't nothing wrong with you, because unless you know about sickle cell, and because it affects mainly the Black community, there's a lot of hospitals that really don't care to try to figure out what it is, because it's for the Black community, and whatever. That's a whole other story. But anyway, sadly, my cousin did pass away due to complications from sickle cell crisis, and she passed away at a young age. And she had just gotten married, and she had just hadn't had a second child, and very, very sad. But Sickle Cell Awareness Month, please look it up. Look up the different organizations out there that you can be a part of, to volunteer, to donate, whatever it is that you would want to do to help out, to help the community, to help others. And again, please take the time to learn your family medical history on both sides of your family. Just please do that. I promise you. I want to give a shout out real quick to my Den Dwellers. I see we have 2 on the YouTube side, and then we got 1 on the Facebook side, so that's cool. Thank you. Welcome in. I'll just put that in the comments as well. Welcome in. Thank you for coming, Den Dwellers. Appreciate you all the time. Thank you for constantly supporting. We are going into, I think this is going to be year 3. The Ladies' Den. Yep. We've been doing it, we've been just kind of going with the flow and figuring it out. If you recall, at the very beginning, we were actually in a studio, and so we were in person every week, and we had to switch that up, and ended up being virtual. And so it's either, me, Kiki, and Bayou Diva in our different places, but we kind of meet up here online. Unfortunately, and y'all keep prayers out for Bayou Diva. She has been under the weather, under medical care for the past few weeks, which is why she hasn't been in the ladies' den, but she's definitely watching and checking everything out, making sure we're doing everything all right. And then my other sister host, Miss Kiki, y'all know it's Virgo season, and we just had her birthday party. Her birthday was actually Tuesday, but we did her birthday brunch on Sunday, which last Thursday we put it out there. It was like, anybody in Atlanta that want to come for Sunday brunch, come and hang out with Kiki and celebrate her birthday. We had a great time. The Virgo, oh my God, the Virgos are everywhere. Oh my God. Whew, I got a lot of Virgo friends and I love them. I do. You can't help but love them. As an Aries, we get along with everybody. Anyway, but she is off celebrating her birthday. Yeah, today was her Friday. Okay, she's gone and celebrating with her boo. And so I just say, hey, Kiki, and girl, enjoy yourself and be safe. And y'all have fun. Enjoy your life. You only get one. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it just happened. But yeah. So that's why you just get your girl, Lady K, in the ladies' den. Okay. As we wait for our special guest will be in here about 30 after. So we got a few minutes. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about is these dating reality shows. And when I talk about that, you probably think back of like, Flavor of Love, where Flavor Flav was the person that they would have like a whole house full of people. And then it's all kinds of dating shows that are out there now. But the two that I had been looking at recently, the first one that I've been watching for a while, because somebody I know, a friend of mine was actually on this one, but it's called Ready to Love. This season was actually in Philadelphia, and each season it's in a different city, right? So you get to see different people, and they I'm trying to think. I think it's like 10 men and 10 women is what they do. And they, normally they'll get a house and they'll put everybody in a house, and they do these different segments where, you come in and it's a happy hour, and then everybody has to network and get to know each other and things of that nature. And then they finally want you to get with somebody. Let me trying to pause this. They want you to get with somebody, and why is somebody calling me on my phone? They want you to get with somebody and learn them and hopefully fall in love with them. And my first thing is, and I want to just show you a quick clip just in case you've never seen it, or if you have and you just hadn't checked out any of the current seasons. But let me make sure I take this off. Okay, so this is the trailer to the season for Ready to Love Philadelphia. Here we go.
On this season of Ready to Love, all of you are here to put independence in the past and open yourself up to falling in love and depending on somebody else other than yourself.
Oh, we got some chocolate, y'all. How you doing? This go around, baby, I'm bringing sexy back.
Sahara. Oh, like the desert.
Just like the desert.
Okay.
A little bit wetter, though.
Oh. I am ready to find my man. Take it off.
I'm hot anyway.
Yes.
I'm coming in hot.
All right, let's get out there and see what we made of.
Oh, stuff don't fall.
Bro,
I dare you to give your number one a lap dance. Something about our energy that was like in tune.
indeed.
I'm feeling it.
I wish this was edible pain.
I'm never going to forget this moment.
I want the best for you. But that requires intentionality, vulnerability, and good old-fashioned honesty.
Have I cheated in the past? Yes.
I never felt so much pressure in my life.
I'ma give it all I got, can't quit, can't stop. I'ma be shut it down like, hey.
I really haven't heard from you.
Why did you give me a fake number?
Fake number, real number, you still didn't contact me.
I don't want to talk no more.
And no disrespect to you, this is not a game show. Yo, let's get Sahara off of here. Stop with the bull, bro.
Mr. Bottle Pop, I get the guap.
The issue is that you don't create boundaries. That's the problem. He's a liar. He's the manipulator. This is a messy table. The ladies and I, we decided that your journey has come to an end.
Keep on. I don't want you to go home. I've been dealing with trying to figure out like who I really am sometimes.
Okay.
I wanted to always the fire to burn.
What happened? I'm gonna go ahead and pause that right there. That was the official trailer for this season's Ready to Love. And basically, I just wanted you to see, like, you can kind of see excuse me, the gist of it. So, like I said, they get on there and there's a group of men, there's a group of women. They want you to get out there and network. It's almost like speed dating in a sense, any type of dating. You meet people, you see what you have in common, but then with this, it's actually like at the end of it, you want to find you a significant other. That is the objective of the whole thing. But the crazy part, which is the part where I'm like, I don't know if I ever want to. I don't know if I could, because I'm not built that way, which is another point that I want to I'm going to bring up. But the guys and the girls, men and the women, say it like that. They might be interested in more than one person. And they have, and you can look up Ready to Love. It's on the OWN network, Oprah Winfrey Network. And you can, go back and look at the previous seasons. But you might have a guy that is interested in maybe 2 or 3 women. You have a lady that's interested in 2 or 3 men. And they have to literally like kind of date each other, and they're all right there together all the time. And so it's like you got to feel out, because at first it's all cute. Hey, hi, everybody looks so good, da. But then when you lock your eyes on somebody, as a woman, I'm gonna speak from a woman's perspective. You don't necessarily want to see the dude that you really, really like chit-chatting with somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then you see some women on there and they will, they'll get upset about it. And they'll be like, well, you over there with her, da. And like this one scene on there, this one guy, he was sitting with one of the ladies and she was massaging his leg. And he was like, hey, y'all, they get to know each other. And the other chick was like, I can't believe you over there. She touching on you. Y'all legs intertwined. And I'm looking at her like, ma'am, this is a dating show. This is what this is for. Like, and I know, we're all human. You're going to have your emotions, whatever. I get it. But I'm just like, it tickles me that there are people that are not built for this multiple person type dating setup, but yet they go on these shows like this Ready to Love. And then there's another one called King's Court that I'm gonna talk about in a minute, because my special guest just came in. So anyway, we're gonna get back to Ready to Love. We are gonna get back to Ready to Love for a second. But I want to bring my special guest in. So she's already been in the den, okay? But and the first time she came, we were talking about the auditions for the models. Which again, I will be one of them. And I got a couple of other TLA sisters that's gonna be in it. But anyway, so we're back this week because the show is Saturday, and I hope you guys have bought your tickets, multiple tickets. But anyway, gotta bring her in, Miss Natisa Williams. Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back. Welcome back. And I have to say,
where is it? What you gotta say?
Happy birthday!
Yes! Look, I was trying to get my crown.
Wait,
why
where's
I forgot
the
to
horn?
put
Where's
my crown
the
on?
horn?
I'm on an interview. Why is my daughter?
Oh, she got a crown. Hey!
Like the girls be doing this.
Hey!
Why is my daughter popping in? Close that door.
Hey! Happy
It's a party,
lady!
Hey!
All right, I love it.
Go. You not. Go ahead, Bree.
Happy birthday, lady!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And it's today.
Today is the day.
Now, yes.
Right now.
Hey, man. Hey, Miss Fannie Mae. Hey, Sharon. So we just here to talk about, what's coming up. We got the show about to happen
on Saturday.
On Saturday. Listen, you ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be. Let me just say that. You're gonna have faith in your girl. She gonna pull up. She gonna be ready.
Right.
Thank you, Miss Fanny. Thank you.
Okay. So, as we mentioned in the previous show, this is gonna be your first fashion show of you. This is all your stuff.
This is all me.
This has nothing to do with anybody else.
Nobody else. The pressure. But you know what? I'm excited because I think it's time. This is year 6 in my business. The last fashion show that I participated in was 4 years ago. Like, people do forget when you don't continuously have new collections, when you're not showcasing your fashion. So I thought it was important that I did it this year. And of course, it's my first show. So I try to take some of the pressure off me. I said, let's do it around my birthday so we can have a party and it could be fun. So that's what I want. I just want everybody to come out. I want you to vibe. If you like good music, we're going to have music. The cool thing is that this is a venue that already has food and drink, so we don't have to worry about catering or anything. Everything is right there for you. We'll have we have vendors, so they'll be selling their merchandise, and then I'll have a table there too with my merch as well. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good vibe. We got the models ready. Miss Nisa, she's gonna be opening, and it wasn't favoritism, y'all. Please don't do that. It was just she just needed to open. Like, she just had to, So make sure y'all pop out Saturday. Doors actually open at 5. So the doors open at 5. I know what I said. I'm gonna send the message out to everybody, but make sure y'all get there in enough time to get in there, get your seat, and be ready.
Y'all get in there, so you can have time to walk around to the vendors if you want to order some food and everything else. So that way you are seated and ready as the show starts and we're walking through, because we don't want y'all walking while we walking. We're trying to show you clothes.
Sit down.
Trying to show you clothes.
Right.
And while we're showing you clothes, just FYI, if you see something we have on, it is available for purchase immediately.
So you can buy it if you prefer to try it on first, and I didn't say this, but I will offer minor alterations to some. So make sure you know your size before you trying to do something. Because if it's not your size and it don't fit, that's not. I don't know what to do about that. But now, if it does fit, but you want it a little tighter or something like that, I got you. So yes, they will be available that day. So get
Yeah.
ready. Get
Yeah.
ready. You like it, you see it, you get it, right?
Yeah.
That's how we do it. So
Right. Unless one of the models hadn't already.
now if the model I told the models they get the first dib, so I might just have to be like, nah, this one's not available, and I'll get it removed from the site. But we got it. Don't worry, I got y'all.
Because you know me.
I
I'd
know.
be
Like, she be like,
like,
hold on, this too. Look, add this one.
I think I want this one ready.
Mhm.
Okay. And I know what I'm wearing. So
Yes, we are very, very, very excited. Like, this is gonna be fun. Like, this is really gonna be fun.
Okay. And then we, like you said, afterwards it's the birthday party.
It's a birthday party, so stick around. Let's dance. Let's have fun.
Yes.
Like I said, it's gonna be food and drinks there, so it's gonna be a vibe. So I just want
Mhm.
y'all to just come out and just enjoy. Like get dressed up though. Hold on, let me talk about it.
Okay.
You got get dressed. So now I said semi-formal because I know some people might be like, okay, well I'll throw a button up on with some jeans. That's cool. But
Mhm.
if you want to win a best dress contest, you need to
Oh.
pop out because we're gonna
Okay.
have a best dress contest. So you do have to, put it on. So hopefully
Okay.
you make sure that you come out and you show out, But
Okay.
definitely just come for the vibe. Stay for the vibe. Come for the show. Stay for the vibe. Okay.
Stay for the vibe.
Mhm.
Hey. So do you think you're gonna end up doing this as like a regular annual thing?
That is a good question because the way I'm excited about it, even though, like I said, the pressure is heavy because I make all this clothing. Let me just back up a little bit because
Right.
no shade to those designers, but I
Right.
actually be in here. Look, y'all, but my sewing machine. I
Yes.
got all my sewing machine. Look, I'm busy. This girl, she got sewing machines everywhere. But again, no shade, but I be in here, like even tonight, I'm gonna be, because sometimes I be wanting to add certain elements to it. I might change my mind. As a designer, we're creative. We might change some of the pieces. So I'm still working, but yes,
Right.
we have what we need, but we could do a little extra, a little sprinkle. So, but yeah, so I do make these pieces, so it's made with love. So I would appreciate y'all coming through and just supporting, and just see what a local fashion designer is doing. And if we love it so much that we have to do it every year, yes. To answer your question, absolutely.
Okay. I think that would be cool, but because I do know dealing with TLA, and we do our thing every year. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. That's why I'm like, now I might
It's a lot of
feature
work.
local. So I have ideas for it, like where I won't put all of it on me. I will feature other local designers and things like that. So and I would have did it this time, but I just want to show off a little bit. I'm like, I could do it. So let me show out my pieces. So I'm
Right.
excited.
No, that's awesome. That's totally awesome. And then who is the hostess for the MC for this?
Okay, so Miss Chrissy D, she is the MC, and she is gonna be hosting and letting y'all, with the vibes. Like I said, she's gonna be reminding people to, shop with the vendor. She's gonna be talking about the collection, things like that. So we have us a hostess. So yeah, be in the building.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I know you busy. Because I know you got stuff to finish up and things of that nature.
Right. Look, all my business. Look, y'all gonna listen, but just know, like I said, it's straight love. Like I pour sweat, blood, literally be poking my finger with needles and stuff, blood, tears, because I'm tired, all kind of stuff. Y'all don't even know, but it's love. It's super it's love. So yeah, y'all gotta come and see what we got.
Okay, well, everybody can go to www.sofluent.com. It's in the comments to grab your tickets and be in the building. Come dressed now. You can win the best dress contest.
Yes, you can. It's I'm not gonna tell you what the reward is, but you might want to get that. You might want to get that. So
yeah, this Saturday, doors open at 5.
Doors open at 5. Be there.
Show will start, and you'll see us walking the runway.
Yes.
And yeah. Well, thank you for popping in just for a second.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always
Yes,
a pleasure, Nisa.
ma'am.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Peace out. I'll see you Saturday.
Bye. See you Saturday.
Bye. Yes, that was the lady, the CEO of So Fluent, Miss Natisa Williams, and you're looking at the flyer. Hey, you're looking at the flyer, and actually on this flyer is one of my TLA sisters, Miss Tammy D. Taylor. She is one of the other TLA models that is a part of this show, and we're going to be walking the runway. And again, if you see something that either any of the models have on that you think you can fit or you like or whatever, it will be available for purchase. And she'll have a table. Natisa will have a table there for you to purchase different things. And yeah. Check it out for real. All right. So get back to what I was talking about. These reality dating shows. So basically I was talking about the Ready to Love. The current one is in Philadelphia. This season, the episodes have actually they're done. They're going into the reunion, which I love reunion. I think every reality TV show needs to have a reunion, because it's your moment to just get closure and just talk about some stuff that possibly happened afterwards that, we didn't get to see or whatever. But you have people on here that they do these types of shows, and excuse me, they do these types of shows, and then they can't handle not being the focal person of the person that they are interested in. And to me, I'm like, well, if that's not how you're built, why? Oh, hey, mama. Why are you on this show? Why are you on this show? You know that's how, this goes. It's going to be you and a bunch of other people, and you're going to be, vying for whoever's attention. And at the end of it, the objective is for you to be matched with somebody else, and then y'all be boyfriend and girlfriend, significant other, whatever you want to call it. Now, as part of the show, I will tell you, throughout the show, they do have to vote people off. So it's like, once you're in a group and you are having conversations with who, and then, you kind of figure, okay, well, this person I feel like is more like a friend. This person I'm not really interested in, whatever the reason is. They vote, and the host of the show is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And he meets with the guys. He gives the guys control one time, and then the next time he'll give the ladies control as far as voting who they think needs to leave. And so they get on there and they'll vote the person. And so that's how the group gets smaller, to where now it's only the people that are really interested in each other. And that's when you start really getting into the issues, because then it's like, okay, you got a guy and a lady that really, really like somebody, and they get to meet each other's families and friends. And sometimes he'll even have it where they meet each other's exes. And that's when it really gets interesting, because I know one season, they brought somebody's ex on there, and it was a lady, and she brought her ex, it was a guy. And it was like he was still interested. And they were like, yeah, you sure y'all are ex? Because what I'm hearing, it's not giving ex, it's giving current. But anyway. But I will say, because like I said, I know some people that have been on here, because he had a Ready to Love Houston. And y'all know that's where I'm from. And he had a Ready to Love. I think it was the one for Dallas that I ended up knowing. I didn't know that person, but that person was a friend of one of my good friends. And there's another guy on there, but I'm saying all this to say, if you don't have your stuff together, and if you're not really single, or if you got other issues, you might not want to go on a reality dating show that is a national show, because people will start calling you out and you might end up getting in trouble. People get on there. There's this one guy, and I can't lie, he was a very nice looking guy. I want to say it was like Ready to Love New Orleans, and he got on, or no, I think it was Ready to Love Houston, but he was from New Orleans. But he got on there saying that, I think he said he was an architect or engineer or something. You know how people get together, get around people, and they start, kind of fluffing up, like you would fluff up your resume if you're trying to go get a job. Get on there, oh yeah, I do such and such, and then the real folks come up and be like, no, he don't. He work over there. He do DoorDash. I'm not saying that that's what they said about the man, but it's like that has happened more than once. And then there have been some folks on there that's just like, they got on there and said they were single, and their girlfriend or boyfriend at the house didn't realize that they were single. It's like, I'm sorry, you single now? Oh, well, now you single, because now I'm cutting it off. But yeah, that's the crazy part to me. I'm like, why would you get on a dating show if you ain't really single? Like, don't do that. And there's another one that I've recently been watching. This one is a little bit different. This one is called King's Court. And I started watching this one because there is the first one that popped up is called Queen's Court. And it was it's 2 seasons. It's 2 seasons of Queen's Court. And trying to find a trailer because I don't want to put anything. This says, okay, this is a good one. I just want to do something that's like a quick sneak peek type thing, trailer intro, because I want you to see it. But the first one was called Queen's Court. I guess you could say it's their sister show or whatever. And it's Holly Robinson Peete and her husband. And they are the hosts for both. And it's always 3 people. So with Queen's Court, it was 3 ladies, and then you have about, I think, 10 guys. So in the same thing with King's Court, it's these 3 guys that are shown right here. And then it's like 10 ladies that are presented. And basically they're all in a house. And it's always a mansion. And pretty much the same type of concept as with all the reality shows. You have the people that are the love interests, that are the focal points, and then you have all the people that are going to be vying for their attention, because at the end of the day, the objective is for them to be, significant others. The difference between Fannie Mae, the difference between King's Court and Queen's Court, but difference between the King's Court show is that's different between Ready to Love. Ready to Love it's a big group of everybody, men and women, and so all of y'all come together. However many end up being a couple, that's great. However many, that's great. The more the merrier for the show. This one, it's just 3 dudes. And of those, those 3 dudes have to look at and kind of be interested in all the ladies. And from that, they have to pick one queen. And I mean, this one, I was really like, what? Oh, because some of the ladies are like on here just crashing out. And I'm like, why are you here if you didn't want to? He can't talk to you every day 24/7. Okay, I'm going to let y'all check this out. This is just a sneak peek.
I don't care what nobody says. Dating a celebrity is very hard. Women have a hard time trusting me. I mean, look at this face. It's mischievous. I have met so many women who will like recite my stats. Like, you averaged 21 points a game last year, but I want somebody that wants to get to know me.
6'5", 280 pounds. Yeah, I'm very intimidating to a lot of people. Until someone gets to know me, they realize Thaddeus is a pretty sweet guy.
I was the epitome of what a playboy is.
Pretty much I'm booked today.
There is literally a list on the refrigerator for girls to sign up to date him.
Those digs, I hear her very clearly. That came out of nowhere.
It's given high school drama, and that's something I don't do. I'm grown as fuck.
I have feelings, and I have emotion, and I have to love to of you.
I choose silent violence.
My heart is racing right now. I feel like I've been betrayed. I want y'all to know that shit hurt me bad.
Yes, right there. It's like a cat pissing, marking their territory. If we all like the same guy, let the best bitch win.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want anyone talking to him.
Well,
I'll kick a bitch ass.
It's sexual.
no, I don't think it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
No, it's not.
Was there any L words thrown around?
Yeah, I love her. I told her I love her.
I never thought that I would meet someone like you.
I have not seen this look on your face talking about any other woman.
Gentlemen, the time has come to crown your queen.
I really can't see my life without you. Will you be my queen?
I can follow you if you want me to, but it's trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. So as you can see, like there's a whole process even to that. And this one, all the episodes have played. You can go on to, what am I watching this on? It's on Bravo, but I use the streaming app called, I think it's pronounced Philo, Philo, and I can get to multiple networks through that app. But you can go and watch it from beginning to end now because it has totally ended. But I normally try to wait until something is all the way done, then I'll go and watch it from beginning to end. But this one, because I caught it at the beginning, I just watched it each week, episode. Yeah. This was another one where I was just like, okay, y'all tripping. Because I mean, some of them, as you can see, King's Court and Queen's Court, the difference between that and probably all the other reality shows, dating shows, is that the people that are the focal points that have to pick, they're celebrities. They're always celebrities. So these 3 guys, you got Tyson Beckford, who's a model, and then you have the NBA player, and then the other guy, Thaddeus, I think he's a wrestler. But they're celebrities, and so you have these I don't want to say regular schmegular, but you have these regular women. They are, they're doctors and educated and this and this and that, but they're not celebrities. They're high class type people, but they're just not celebrities. So they have their chance to get with get with them and chit chat with them and learn them and this and that, and possibly be their significant other. I'm not going to tell you who ended up matching with who. But if you watch it, I will say of the three, one of them, you could immediately tell, okay, even though he's going to go through the process to meet other people, he has his eye on that one person. And yes, they probably go end up being together. Now, the other one, and that was the NBA player, that is, I was surprised by his choice. I really didn't care for the lady that he picked. I can't lie. I didn't like her energy. She's just something about her just didn't. I don't know. And then Tyson, I think he's somewhere around my age. So if you know Tyson Beckford, he's a model. He's always been very, 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 very sexy type dude. Has the looks. If he's out there, the women are going to try to come at him. He's used to that. He's used to women always flocking to him, which he had a lot of women that were flocking to him. And it was just kind of interesting to see how he handled that. Yeah, that was interesting to see how he handled that. I was not surprised, but just kind of almost want to say disappointed, because I didn't want what I was thinking was going to happen to kind of happen. Anyway. So yeah, I was just like, I couldn't do a dating show. Could y'all do a dating show? Could y'all do something along those lines? Like I'm not even a real fan of like the speed dating and the the meetups that are for singles, and they'll have like singles cruises, and I'm like, I don't want to be on no ship with a bunch of other people that's single and just we on here and I can't get away from nobody because I'll be in my room sleep or listening to music or reading a book or something. I don't even want to, because I don't want to. What about y'all? Anybody you think you could do a single show or go on a dating show? Let me know in the comments. Do you think you could ever do something like that? And I will say there is let me see if I can find it. I just thought about that. They have a show for older people. Let me see. What is it on? It's on. Hey, what did I see it on? Oh, Netflix. It's on Netflix. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Or maybe I could just find it on see if I can find a trailer on YouTube. What was it called? They actually have one that is set up for the older people. You said no. Hey, Frankie. You said no, Fannie Mae. What's it called? Later Grader or something? No. What is the name of the thing? How you doing? It's just me holding it down tonight. Dating show for older people. Here it is. Older adults on Netflix. The Later Daters. That's what it's called. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find a quick trailer. And I want y'all to see that. When I saw it, I was like, oh, The Later Daters? No dating show for you? Let me see. Oh, this is a cool trailer. This is something real quick that you can see. I'm the same way, Frankie. And I kind of went over. I don't know if you've ever watched any of the Ready to Love episodes, and then also there's one called Queen's Court, and there's one called King's Court. The Queen and King's Court shows these are celebrities that are supposedly, allegedly. Mama, you said maybe a cruise, really? Okay. The Queen and King's Court shows or celebrities that are allegedly looking for love. But then the Ready to Love is just, us regular folks out here. Greetings, Frankie. Ready to Love is just regular folks out there looking for love. It's just people that for whatever reason they're single, a lot of them, they'll have kids or they're divorced or whatever. Like it's different things. But when I saw this one, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Cause I always wondered, like, especially for Ready to Love, cause I'm in one of the Facebook groups, and I put the question out there along with some other people, like, would they ever do it for people that are a little bit older? Because right now, all the Ready to Love shows are like, people that are still like in, some of them are still in childbearing age, because some of the women do get on there and say, they either don't have kids and would like to have some, or maybe they do have kids, but they would like to have more. So I'd always put it out there to say, well, what about the people that are just, up in age, but they're single and they wouldn't mind, meeting people? Was always wondering if Ready to Love would ever do that version. I would still like to know. But then I saw this one on Netflix and I watched it. It's very interesting. And I was like, okay, I can see how this will go. Okay, so let's look at this real quick, called The Later Daters.
So when you think about the next chapter of your life, what do you imagine?
Single female looking for Prince Charming, hot Italian.
6 silver singles are about to go on a series of blind dates, but they don't have to go it alone.
So do you think your mom's easy to date?
I'm gonna get this dating coach. Oh, she's here.
I'm here to help people become better daters.
I need help. I consider myself a catch.
I've been married twice. Husband number 1 fell asleep with a cigarette and burnt the house down. Husband number 2's dead too. Now, do you want to go out with me?
Have you had any work done?
Oh my, he said that?
What do you think is getting in the way?
Her personality.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Dating at our age is not easy.
It's not. What are you hoping for tonight?
I'm so afraid to hope for something.
I realize that I have flaws.
I'm just really afraid of being hurt.
All through my life, I didn't have room to be soft. I had to be strong. I give lots of empathy to her journey.
I think I may need to see you again. I'm looking forward to tomorrow instead of always thinking about yesterday. Fasten your seatbelts.
I want you to shine in your truest, biggest way.
One little aha moment changed my life forever.
I'm gonna fall in love. I just sense it.
So that's the one that's The Later Daters. And as you can see, it is made for, those of us that are later in life and still, and that are single and still looking to mingle. That's a good one to watch. I would say, Frankie, I say go ahead and watch them all. Shoot. They're very interesting. But my whole point with the Ready to Love and the King's Court was that you know, you get people on there and they know why they're on there. Because I mean, you've signed up, you've signed contracts, you know what it is, but they still get on there and they still get mad if it's somebody on there that's you know, they want them to be into them 24/7. It's like, boo, you know what this is. That's not what it is. He not gonna be into you 24/7, or she not gonna be into you 24/7. They have to meet and talk to other people. And then like they literally on there, I mean, especially on the King's Court, they were crashing out because, you know, you got these women that are with these celebrities and, you know, they really want to get their attention because they really want them to be, that's my man. And it's like, he got to talk to other people, boo. He might be your man, but it's a process. And there was actually one lady on Ready to Love, which she kind of irritated me a little bit. Y'all can go through and watch that from beginning to end, because that one, all the episodes for that one have played. The next one that's coming out is actually, I think it's tomorrow, is the reunion. I don't know if they're going to have 2 parts to the reunion, but the reunion is coming out for Ready to Love, and it's Ready to Love Philadelphia. But when they get to the end, they have these conversations, and this guy was still trying to choose between 2 different women, and he was still kind of up in there because he was like, I don't know. Well, this particular lady, she was just like real. She was real. I don't like to use the word aggressive, but she was really aggressive when it came to him. It's like they couldn't have a good, smooth, regular conversation. She's all combative. That's the word I want to use. She was always ready to say something, or sparring with her words, not her hands. But it was always, he couldn't even have just loving, regular conversation. She was ready, always on the defensive. And I was like, and then she kept asking, so, I mean, it's 12 hours. You know who you gonna pick? And he was like, I think I kind of know. She said, you should know. And I'm like, and he was like, it's a process. I don't care. You should know. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, lady, you've been on here the whole time. And actually, that particular lady almost got voted off. Matter of fact, she did get voted off, but they gave her a second chance, and she survived the second chance. But I'm just like, I can't believe you're doing this. Whoo! But anyway, yeah, I'm not built for reality dating. I'm not built for any kind of speed dating, round robin, no kind of dating show like that. You say it sounds like life. Yeah. It is. It's just like, but it's life in a bowl. You're literally in a bowl, and you just like, you have no choice. You can't go home and sleep on it. Like if you meeting them. Like you can't just meet somebody like in a bar and then be like, okay, well, I don't know. Oh, thank you. Nice meeting you. Nope, I'm out. Nope. Everybody there all at the same time. You're there together. You got to choose. And if don't nobody like you, they vote you off the island, basically. But I will say, go check them out. It's good TV. Really good TV. So you got is these 2 that I talked about is Ready to Love. This is season Philadelphia, and then King's Court. Check both of those out. Very good TV. Very good TV. And even with the first one that came out was Queen's Court, and it's 2 seasons of that. If you find that, and if you have access to those shows, definitely check them out. Real good TV. And I would even say go check out the one that's called The Later Daters on Netflix. That's real interesting. And I was looking at that, and I feel like that was real close to home to me. Especially I was thinking about my mom, because I'm like, oh, I wonder if she would. What if that's something else Susie would do? Would you do that, Susie? Would you? Yeah, I know you said a cruise would interest you, but I'm wondering if you would like do a show like that, because they give you a dating coach and they kind of walk you through, you know, how it is to pick whoever and whatever, because they're blind dates. And so, you know, you kind of get to know the person, and if you like them, cool. If not, cool. Hold on, y'all, real quick. The Ladies Den live streaming every Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. Come and chat with us where we talk about everything. Your girl Lady K repping Texas, Bayou Diva repping New Orleans, and Kiki repping Mobile, Alabama. Third Coast in the building. See you in the den.
Lady K, are you ready? I know she ready.
Hey, it's Lady K of the Ladies Den. Welcome to the Den. Listen, if you're a business owner or if you have an event that you want to promote, we welcome you to advertise in the Den. All you have to do is send us your information to theladiesden23@gmail.com, and we'll make sure that you get all the information that you need. Our prices are very comparable, and we welcome you to come and chat with us and let our den dwellers know what you have going on. Again, send us your information to theladiesden23@gmail.com, and we'll make sure you get all of your information. Thank you for following us, and thank you for rocking with us every Thursday, live streaming on Facebook and YouTube, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And listen, keep rocking with us, okay? Thank you to all of our den dwellers, and we'll see you in the den. Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm back. All right. Back from these commercial messages. So, the next thing that I wanted to discuss is I like crime solving shows. Okay, because you already know one of my favorite shows has this sound right here. You already know what that is right there. Yeah, okay. So I love those kinds of shows. Let's just put it out there like that. There are some other shows that I can get into that just, they're out there, they're kind of quirky, but it's all about solving crimes. This first one that I'm going to put up here, it was a show that, you know how when you're watching something, I don't know if anybody else does like streaming apps. That's how I pretty much watch TV these days. It's just on using streaming apps. But they'll put, if you watched this, or if you saved this show, then you're probably interested in this show type thing. And so this one show kept popping up for me. And I was like, why does this show keep popping up? I don't even understand. This don't even look like nothing I would watch. So this is the show right here. It's called Poker Face, right? And so I kept seeing this lady with this red hair, and I'm like, why is this popping up for me? I don't understand. And so I finally watched it. And I was like, why does she, so I was like, why does she seem familiar? And what I'm talking about is the lady with the red hair is, she is the focal point of the show. And there's a storyline behind her. she is well, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away. But basically, she is the one that ends up being the person that solves crimes. Well, without giving it away, I'm not giving anything away. She has this gift that if she's talking to someone and they lie, she knows it. And so she can call out a lie. She's literally a human lie detector. And they tell you her story from the very beginning. And I'm going to show you the trailer for this show as well. And I would definitely say, check this out. It's on Peacock. If you have that app, you can check it out. But here's the trailer for that one.
What's it like? Always knowing the truth.
There's nothing mystical about it. I could just tell.
And anyone is lying.
Yeah. I know what you did, you psycho.
You're gonna find Charlie Kidd, and you're gonna bring it to me.
You live on the road, right? What's it like? Leave everything behind. Start fresh.
I got rolls on my fender. Oh, I gotta keep moving. Holy. It wasn't an accident. I think there's been a murder. Look out! I have been kind of a death magnet. I'm trying to figure out what happened. You watch too much Dateline. I could tell she was lying.
What is it? It's a woman's intuition?
No, it's not like a tampon commercial, okay? It's a real thing.
You're coming with me. Front seat of the trunk. Your choice.
I guess I'm not over the part where you're a human lie detector.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
You ever gamble? Because you can make a killing.
Nah.
Okay, well, pause it right there. Oh dang. I thought it would stop on the there we go. I wanted to stop there. Pause it right there. So as I was watching the series, and I have watched this entire series. I don't know when it's gonna come back, but who is that? Hey cousin, what's up, JoJo? As I was watching the series, I'm watching her character, and I'm like, there's something about her that just seems familiar. And it hit me. Her character was very, 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 very similar to my boy, one of my favorites, Columbo. And I'm on a Columbo group on Facebook. And I went in there and I was like, okay, hey y'all. First of all, hey, I ain't talked to y'all in a minute. I'm watching a show called Poker Face, and for whatever reason, the main character that solves crimes is a lady, but she reminds me a lot of like the Columbo character. Not because she's a cop, she's not. She has nothing to do with law enforcement. She's almost on the other side. She's not a criminal, but she's, whatever. It's her mannerisms, and it's the way that she does stuff. And when I put that in there, come to find out, it's kind of like they kind of did base it on the Columbo character. And I was like, okay, this is why I kind of like it. Well, not kind of like it. I love it. I do. I love the show. But if you are I'll say this. If you are a fan of my boy Columbo, you are a fan of the Lieutenant, I think you might like this one. Again, she's not in law enforcement. She is not a criminal per se. She's not in law enforcement. And I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. And you'll see the way that, because just like with Columbo, you'll see the crime and then they'll come back and you'll see how she always ends up being somehow intertwined into whatever just happened. Like she's already there. And so you'll see the actual crime happen. You'll see everything in leading up to the crime, and it'll come back and you'll get to see how she became a part of it. And then you'll get to see how, she ends up helping them figure out what happened. Yeah. Check that one out. I will say check that one out. Check that one out for sure. I think you'll like it. In the spirit of quirkiness and solving crimes, this other one popped up for me. And I saw a little piece of the trailer that they show you. And I was like, okay, this might be cool too. Because I was thinking about Poker Face. The trailer that I was just talking about, the show that I was just talking about. I was thinking about that. And I was like, okay, well, this kind of sounds like something along the same lines. Let me check this out and see what it's about. And I'm currently watching it. And I have to say, I'm a fan. I am a fan. Okay, I'm going to show you. Let me see. Wait, what did it? Okay, here we go. So this is a trailer for High Potential, and you'll get to see what it's about. And I do recommend this one too. Okay, here we go.
Who changed our board? Who did this?
Who the hell is this?
Tampering with a criminal case is a serious crime.
If I see a mistake, I need to correct it.
What mistakes did you see?
I'm assuming you think this lady offed her husband, but someone was tied up with the curtain cord. There are no marks on the victim's wrist, so it wasn't him who was tied up.
We could use someone with your talents.
Me? Work with cops?
You're a single mom with 3 kids pretending to be a cop.
I am consulting. Got a dead body, gotta go.
Isn't that our cleaning lady?
Oh, I see you brought your baby to a crime scene.
The cleaning lady's rearranging my boards.
You see a cleaning lady. I see more. Morgan is a high potential intellectual. She has advanced cognitive abilities.
What is she supposed to do?
Spot the things my detectives miss.
So, what do you think happened?
All of the candles were melted down, except for this one. It was thrashing around, and bathwater put out this lone candle.
But was it murder?
100%. This is my first interrogation. Is it like good cop, bad cop?
What?
You want me to go in and flip the table over?
No.
Mom's gonna solve the case. Ta-da! And then she'll never have to scrub other people's toilets.
You know, not too bad for your first case.
And we'll live happily ever after.
Someone got married.
No.
Are you guys dating?
Nope.
You don't even.
Absolutely not.
It'd be good.
Can we roll the siren?
Absolutely not.
Sure. No, Mom, stop. Not on the drop-off line. We have an APB out on 2 extreme cutie pies.
Okay. You don't want to see the USAA commercial. But so anyway, yeah. High Potential. That one is, she literally is able to look at stuff and figure stuff out. Like the first issue, or the first way that they were able to, figure out a crime, she solved the crime, is she was the cleaning lady for her local precinct. She walked in there, she accidentally knocked over some files. I'm not giving anything away. Knocked over some files. She looked at the pictures of the crime scene. And then she looked at the board that they created that had the people's names and whether they were a victim or whatever suspect. And she was able to look at it and put everything together. And she helped them solve it. And so from that point on, they kind of give her a shot at consulting, which is what they were talking about in the trailer. And it's like, she's one of those people that is like a genius, but not somebody that's out here, like she's not a rocket scientist or whatever. She's a mom of 3. And, she actually has a storyline in there that deals with her. She has an older daughter, and then she has 2 younger kids. And the older daughter, that was her, I don't know if they had married, but there's a storyline with her and that older daughter and that daughter's dad. And then because she did get married, and she has the 2 younger kids, and her son, who was the middle child, he's a genius as well. But if you know anything about, being socially awkward or whatever, like he kind of deals with that because he's a brainiac and he's smart just like her. But her thing is, she's smart, but she's something, you can see how she's dressed. Like she always has on a miniskirt and some boots and something, like she has a crazy fashion sense. It works for her. But it's like, she's not trying to be the smartest person in the room. It's just, you could be having a conversation with her and you got folks that's trying to be the smartest folks in the room. And she'll be like, yeah, but A equals X times Y, whatever. And she'll just blurt out the answer. And they're looking at her like, well, how do you know? Oh, why do you know that? And she's just like, I just do. And, she helps them solve crimes. I would recommend that one as well. It's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, check it out. Definitely check it out. So those were like the 2 kind of feel good type stories that I wanted to talk about. Now there's some other stuff that I wanted to talk about that is not so feel good. It's a lot of stuff going on in the news right about now that is not so good. It's not feel good. Matter of fact, it's really, really bad. And I know a lot of people are, walking around saying that we're making light of a lot of different things. The world is falling apart and Black folks are over there line dancing. It's like, whatever. But we definitely, we think about it. We feel it. It's not like it's being ignored. You can't ignore it because you have to live. And we see the stuff that's happening. And so when dude got taken out in Utah while he was, saying his speech or whatever, they immediately tried to point towards the Black community. And I mean, they got together and Twitter just lit up about all the things that, should be done to the Black community, because they just knew that it was somebody from the Black community, or they were thinking it was somebody from any community that they didn't like. That's who they started pointing their fingers at. And turns out it wasn't even us. We ain't had nothing to do with it. We've been chilling, like y'all said, learning line dances. We definitely were not in Utah watching him talk crazy about us like he did 24/7. But after that happened, to me, that gave a certain group of people carte blanche to really act out in public the way that they had always been acting behind closed doors. This video still that you're looking at right now, it's not that it's something that hadn't happened before, but it's just kind of odd, kind of funny that this happened. This is in Mississippi, at Delta State University. And I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Found hung from trees is growing are not hanging themselves from trees. Someone is targeting Black and brown men. I refuse to believe that Trey Reed deleted himself on a college campus in Mississippi. Since the passing of Charlie Kirk, a few cases of Black men being found hung from trees is growing rapidly. And of course, as usual, police always suspect no foul play. This is an ongoing issue that needs attention because mainstream media is not bringing it to light. And then someone gonna tell me, well, how do you know? How do you know someone did it? How do you know he didn't do it himself? Because that's not in Black people to do. Black people don't do that. That's why. That's how I know. We don't do that. We don't hang ourselves from trees. Come on, man. Give me a break. Black men.
So yeah. Delta State University is in the SIP in Mississippi. M.I. crooked letter. And that young man, Trey Reed, is he was 21 years old. He was about to be a freshman, and his mom had put a clip up that she had just spoken with him. And he was talking about how he was just excited about being a freshman at the university. And next thing you know, that happened. There is a clip that I have. Let me see. Let me do this because I actually did it on I posted something on my page. Excuse me. And let me see if I can share it and then you can see it. But literally, let me just share it like this. Literally, there's a clip of the university president and and the doggone I don't know if he was the sheriff that reported that there's no foul play and yeah, everything is safe. And it's like, everything is safe. What are you saying? What are you saying exactly, sir? Everything is not safe. What are you saying? Like, it's not even, let's see. Hold on. Was hoping I could, let me see, maybe it's this. Oh, it won't let me share the, dag nabbit. So I wanted to share the actual video that I shared on my Instagram page. And it's always kind of weird to log into Instagram from my laptop. But basically, the like I said, the sheriff and the the university president. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. University president is like, everything is safe. Let me see. I'm gonna just do it from my phone. My brain is trying to work to try to figure out how to do this. And I wanted to do it from my from the laptop, but not able to do it. So I'm gonna just do it Kawana style. Excuse me, Bayou Diva style. and share it from my phone. Let me see. I'm gonna do it like
Deceased individual on campus.
Okay. There we go.
Staff discovered a deceased individual on campus. University police and local authorities were immediately notified and are conducting an active investigation.
During a Monday afternoon press conference on the campus of Delta State University, it was announced the body of 21-year-old Demartravian Trey Reed of Grenada, a freshman at DSU, was found hanging from a tree near the pickleball courts not far from the campus cafeteria.
I've spoken to Trey's family and expressed our heartbreak.
The discovery was made just after 7 a.m. Classes, as well as several events associated with the university's centennial, were canceled.
At this time, there's no evidence of foul play.
A joint investigation is being conducted by DSU Police, the Cleveland PD, Bolivar County Sheriff's Department, and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. University officials stress their belief the Delta State campus is one of the safest in Mississippi.
There is no evidence of a threat to campus, and there's no evidence that the campus is unsafe at this point. So I expect we will resume normal operations as soon as possible.
Monday, I spoke with Trey Reed's mother. She did not want to go on camera, but told me she has so many questions about what happened. She said she just talked to her son Friday that he was excited about attending Delta State University as a freshman. She can't find any reason for this tragedy.
I'm sorry. So let me get this straight. The young man found hanging from a tree near the pickleball court on campus. But the Yes All Boss DSU officer says there's no evidence of foul play. And then who was that? The president of the university says, well, the campus is safe, so we can return to normal operations. You found a kid hanging from a tree, and the campus is safe. Go back to normal operations, and there's no evidence of foul play. What in the before Civil Rights Act, Sundown Town, Jim Crow 2.0 is going on here? What? Y'all better be safe out there. Pray over your kids so nobody can prey on your kids. You know the difference. Whew.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. That's happening. And then sad to say is that there was another individual found in the same condition in Mississippi. Yeah. It's crazy out here. It's real crazy out here. It's like it feels weird to me. I can't speak for anybody else on how, you know, what you're feeling about how everything is how is it affecting y'all? Let me know in the comments. Like, how is our current situation affecting you guys? With the way everything is going. I mean, it's gotten to the point now to where if you say something bad about a dude in the White House, immediately, you know, stuff starts happening. There are certain corporations that seem to be connected to the point to where if dude waves his wand, they react immediately. And this is one video that I saw a couple of times right here that is like, it definitely speaks to my mindset. It's like, yeah, I got everything. Why are you mad? What's going on? Here we go. Shout out to Tima Williams. Miss Joy Reid. Here we go.
What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want? What are you so angry about? I go every so often, I go and look on X Twitter. Y'all are the maddest people ever. Y'all are so angry for people who have everything. Y'all said you want your country back. You have it. The rest of us are sitting back and trying to keep our peace and preserve our peace while you all are running the country. If the airlines are crashing, that's you. That's the people you wanted to run the United States government. The FBI, y'all are laughing at them on X Twitter and saying that they look ridiculous. That's your FBI. They've purged the people who made the FBI what it was. It's not what you wanted. You have your podcasters running the FBI. You have your friend from the real world running the Department of Transportation. That's what you wanted. There's no longer a gay guy there. The gay guy's gone. The gay guy's at home with his kid and his husband. He's not in charge anymore. The Department of Justice is what you wanted. It's your Justice Department that won't release the Epstein files. If you're mad about the Epstein files, you shouldn't be mad at me and the idea. And you also got rid of vaccines. Every child in Florida is now going to go to school with kids who could give them measles, mumps, and rubella. We don't want it. And because we will not say we want your Christian nationalism, we embrace your Christian nationalism. We like your Christian nationalism. We like you. Because we won't do that, that's why you're still mad. But guess what we're going to keep on doing? We're going to keep on being moisturized and unbothered, and we still not going to like it. We're never going to like Christian nationalism. We're never going to accept it. We're never going to be down with it. And our squad is bigger than your squad at the end of the day. We have the Boricuas. We got the Mexican Americans. They done woke up. They said, whoo, Lord, let's go ahead and go with these folks. We got the spicy whites. The spicy white folk are with us. They're with us. Right? We got the Asian Americans who've woken up and said, whoa, we better be with them. Right? Chinese Americans, they see you. Japanese Americans are like, you're going to do internment again? We see you.
South Koreans
are like, oh, we see you. Y'all going to kick the South Koreans out. Now you're going to cry because Georgia's going to have a worse economy because you're not going to get to have the South Koreans teaching y'all to have those high-tech jobs. The South Koreans are like, oh, well, sure hate it. Africa's like, we're just going to do business with each other. We got BRICS. We don't need y'all. Tourists are like, we don't need y'all. The African Americans, the Caribbean Americans are getting together and said, yo, why are we fighting each other? Caribbean Americans are like, yo, we were y'all. We've been hip hop together. Let's go off. What the fuck are you angry about?
And that's it. What are they still mad about? They just love to be mad. When I say they, I'm talking about the individuals that are part of that specific group of people that have always, that even when my mom is still on here, when she was growing up, she was a part of the whole segregation thing. She was a part of, we're all from a small town in Texas. They had the whites only, blacks only, everything. You could only go to a certain school. They didn't want us to go to school with them. We created HBCUs. And then if you went to school, you could only go to school for certain things. Like it was limited. Then, bless God, things were able to expand, but now they want to go back to, there's a community, I forget where it is. Y'all tell me in the comments, I forget where the community is, but where it's supposed to be all white people. And they're like, and we don't want anybody else over there. And we like, okay. But yeah, our history, which they're trying to erase, by the way. They're trying to erase any and all anything that happened, that is black folks that happened to, or we may have invented something about. All of that's being slowly put away, erased, destroyed. If it could be, they would destroy it if they could. But they well, I lost my train of thought. Anyway. What was I saying, y'all? What was I saying? Oh, Tulsa Massacre. Yes, our history shows us that there are a lot of places around the U.S. that used to be all black towns. Tulsa Massacre is the one that is in the news currently, just because they're still dealing with that. They're still suing people for that to try to get some sort of reparations, because the local government literally bombed an area that was considered Black Wall Street. It was black folks was minding their business and doing business, and successful banks, homes, all of that. And a certain group of people, they ain't like that. Now, we not bothering you, but you don't like it when we get together and we do our own thing. You don't want to see us succeed. Here in Georgia, Lake Lanier, there used to be a whole black town. There's a town under Lake Lanier. That's not a fable. That's not a folk's tale. There is a whole black town underneath Lake Lanier. When they created Lake Lanier, there were people that were still there. There's other reasons why, we say when people go to Lake Lanier and they get in that water, and some people have disappeared from Lake Lanier, and we like, yep, the ancestors just in the water, just claiming souls. It could be, the current from whatever machines or whatever were used to create the lake. It's a man-made lake, but there's a whole town under there. Oscarville, Georgia is the name of the town. Look it up. You can look it up. Yeah. I've been to Lake Lanier one time. I didn't know the history. I went with a group of friends. It was a barbecue or something. And I went with some folks, and we met some other folks out there. Had a good time, whatever. I'm not one to get in water like that, especially not no lake. That's nasty. That's nasty water. But we had a good time, but I wasn't aware what the history was. Once I found out the history, I was like, oh yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not going out there. So many other places that used to be black, doggone Central Park in New York. They used to be like, if you Google black towns that are no longer there or something along those lines, you'll get a list. There's a map. I've seen a map with all the dots of the places that used to be black towns that were destroyed. They made a movie about one of them. I can't think of the name of it right now, top of my head, but literally, and it seems like it's seems like the storyline is the same every time, but Blacktown is there, it's thriving, they're minding their business, and then suddenly you have some lady that lies and says somebody looked at her or somebody touched her or somebody tried to harm her, and then you have this whole angry mob that comes to the town. Emily Spicy Whites. Yes. Listen. But the storyline is always seems to be the same, where somebody lies and says, oh, you know, that black person tried to harm me. And then you have this whole angry mob that comes and they destroy the town and sometimes kill the people. And it's crazy. But then at the same time, that same group will turn around and say, ha, you don't have anything of your own. Even all the way down to the point of, you know, some of the really, really sick jokes would be like, you know, well, you know, you come from slaves and, you know, you don't have any culture. And it's like, you know, well, why don't we have culture? And what they're talking about is, you know, how people can go back and say, well, you know, my people are from here, my people are from there, whatever. And we're like, well, there's a reason why we can't say where else other than here we came from, a lot of us, because of the fact that we have an ancestor that was brought over here against his or her will. And so y'all literally beat the traditions and the language and everything out of them, to the point to where if they were caught trying to read and write English, they were either severely punished or killed. And as the Lord would have it, a universe, whatever, however you want to call it, mine, and I guess it would be four greats grandfather Turknett, had the good sense to sneak and get the plantation owner's kids to teach him how to read and write. And he, you know, figured all that out and ended up being a landowner. Like, you know, fast forward, there's a huge family tree because of him. It's a bunch of us. We are a big family, huge family. Now, it's a breakdown when you try to figure out exactly where we all came from, but we definitely had an ancestor that was there for the emancipation part that happened in Galveston, Texas. My family, and I got a cousin that was on here, and then my mom is on here. We do have an ancestor that was there. I can't speak for anybody else because the people are like to say, our black folks didn't come from slaves. No, you didn't, but I did. And I can only speak for me, for my perspective. I'm not speaking for anybody else. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But basically, even if you didn't come from slaves, like if you didn't come from slaves and you can and talk about, you know, whatever Caribbean or other country you're from. Matter of fact, here, let me give you the full gusto of that. Here we go. This is for you. If that's your, thank you. That's good. A lot of us can't do that. And so, you know, and I tell the story when I first moved here to Atlanta, I had a couple of folks tell me that had very, very strong Nigerian, not strong, but well, no, yeah, strong Nigerian type features. And I'm like, okay, like I don't know. And I refuse to do the whole DNA thing, spit in a tube and send, because I just had, when my conspiracy theory thing turns on, and I just think, now they own my DNA. Not that they couldn't get it any other way, but I'm not going to pay to give it to them. You know what I mean? Like I would, there's a part of me that would love to know what other parts we came from, because I know we look like other people, but I'm not going to do it. But yeah, they'll turn around and be like, ha, you're Black American. You don't know where you really came from. You don't have any culture. No, yes, we do. We have culture. Look around. Everything you see is something that was created by Black America. From clothing to music to food. Now I will say, when it comes to, the South, that there's a mix. We all kind of, get in there together when it comes to food. It's not just Black folks, it's some other folks too. But I'm just saying, like, Black Americans, because here's the thing, we had no choice but to create our own, because what we came over here with was beaten from us. It was stripped from us. So we had to figure it out. And, our ancestors was in the fields, and like those of us that were raised in the church, we had the call and response type songs. Like there's a whole Gullah Geechee, Carolinas history to that. Like there's a whole language connected to that, but we turned it in, or they turned it into English. When they were out in the fields, if they wanted to communicate different things to each other, there were certain songs they did, certain quilts they made, certain braid styles they did. Like it was, our ancestors were forced to do other stuff, because you gotta think about it. You had different tribes that were brought over here. They didn't speak the same language. Okay, well now they can't even speak their own language. And even if they, like, whatever language they came with, that was pretty much beaten out of them. So now they want you to learn to speak English. All right, you're going to force us to learn this language. Okay. We're going to figure it out, and we're going to communicate with each other. All right. And then for the women, they didn't want us to wear our natural hair. Because as you know, our crowns, our hair grows, for the most part, a lot of us, unless you have some other stuff in your DNA, it grows up and out, our hair. And we know how to style it. And they, especially those ancestors, because that part, you can't take that from them. They knew how to style it. And we were curves. Hello. Now, the problem was they considered us property back then, right? Right. But we all know common sense. We're human. We're human beings. We're human beings. You got these women out there with these curves. No matter what we got on, you can always see the curves. And that hair. And it was probably braided, plaited, whatever. You got these plantation owners looking like, they're looking at their wives. They're looking at the field workers. They're looking at their wives. Well, that didn't fly for the wives. So what they make us do? Cover our head. Head wraps. We're going to always do something in style. You want us to cover our heads? No problem. We're going to style them wraps. What? Anytime we do something, it's going to be done in style. And it's not like we are out there just trying to do something and being like, oh, we going to be the, we going to most stylish, whatever we doing, we going to style it. No, it's just, if you're going to force us to do this, okay, fine. We're going to go ahead and do it. We got it. No problem. Just don't be mad because you want us to do a certain thing. You push us in the corner. We'll do it. Boom. Don't be mad when it ends up being something that everybody's like, oh my God, I love that. How did you do? Like, I wear my hair wraps from time to time. And I figured out how to tie that thing, whatever. I watch a YouTube video, whatever. Oh my God, how'd you do that? Well, I can show you. Whatever. But then they turn around and say, oh, you don't have any culture. Yes, we do. Sure we do. We were forced to create our own culture here in America. Yeah. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, nowadays it seems like if you speak against dude in the White House, he will pretty much, he's able to wave his magic wand and cut you off and cut you right on off. I want to show this one real quick. And I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this. And I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
Worth it. Take a listen.
Trump's buddy will have them instead. At least it's somebody we can trust, though, right? We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
This is the exact video that got Jimmy Kimmel fired.
So, shout out to the content creator Holistically Unchained. Jimmy Kimmel's show was literally like, it was snatched off the air with no notice after he said this. And I mean, for the most part, he was just, for the most part, he wasn't doing anything different than they do with any other, person in leadership or whatever person that's in the spotlight that does or says something that's, crazy, kooky, whatever you want to call it. And they take it in and they kind of make fun of it or whatever. That's basically what he did. That's all he did. That's all he did. But for that, there was a call made from the White House to ABC, and they snatched his show off, and it is off indefinitely. That's the kind of America we're in right now. It's like, he told us when he was running that once he ran and won, there will be no more elections because he wanted to be, basically the dictator. And with dictators, if you know anything about history, if you look at democracy versus dictatorship, there are no votes. It's whatever the leader says goes. And we are getting real close to that. Real close to whatever the leader says goes type stuff. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, I promise you, I just feel like I know it's real, but it just feels like it's just not real. It's just because it's just like, it's one of those things where you just kind of sit back and watch something happening, and you just kind of shake your head. You just say, is this really happening? I don't know. It just don't seem like it's real, but it is. But one thing that I wanted to talk about is, I don't know if anybody else listens to or watches any clips from The Breakfast Club, which is Charlamagne, DJ Envy, and comedian Jess Hilarious on there, and then what's the young lady's name? Lauren. Is it Lauren Johnson? I think is her name. But the other day, they because this is, towards the end of the show, and I didn't want to end the show with just talking about that craziness. I'm gonna say, before I get into this, I'm gonna say this. Because of the way things are happening, and again, because you have people that have never stopped teaching hatred and just being ugly to people because of where they come from, that never stopped being taught, which is kind of sad, because as a community, as a Black community, even though we're the ones that have, pretty much been always the target of, hatred and whatnot, we are a welcoming community. Like we are a forgiving people, sometimes to a fault. But there are people that never stop teaching hate. And so there are some folks that are now, because of what dude in the White House is doing, they are able to do all of that out in the open. And as you can see from like the Trey Reed situation, the young man was found hung by the pickleball court on his college campus. And the doggone sheriff said, oh, well, there's no foul play. And then the school president said, oh, well, this seems like, this is the safest campus around. There's nothing to see here. People will go back to regular scheduled program as soon as possible. It's like stuff is happening. So I will say, especially those of us who have, your family, your chosen family is, people from all communities. Y'all be watchful for each other. Okay. Even though you might have a kind heart and a nice spirit and all of that, everybody's not like that. There's a song called Everybody Ain't Your Friend, Everybody Ain't Your Partner. Rest in peace, Mo3. And shout out to Boosie Badass. Go look this song up if you want to. But you can't trust everybody like you think you can. So if that little voice says, don't do it, don't go, listen to that and just chill out. Just sit that one out or whatever. Things are just really, and people are just really weird. Be vigilant. And like, I know it sounds crazy to say it, but if you feel like somebody is following you or watching you, you're probably right. Because these days, people are just extra weird, because they know that, it's a good chance that if they do something or say something crazy, they won't get in trouble. So y'all please stay prayed up and just be careful, be extra careful. But like I said, I did not want to end the show on just, bad news type stuff. there's a show called The Breakfast Club that's been out, I think they said for like 15 years. And it's a nationally syndicated radio show, but they've always been popular just across the board. And so with social media, they really are popular because they'll put their clips out. And then each of the people that form the team, like they have their own presence on social media as well. So just the other day, and I'm gonna put this up real quick. And that's not, well, okay, here's Dame. Just the other day, Dame Dash was on The Breakfast Club, right? And they had him on there to talk about a few things. He's famous from, you know, being a part of Rockefeller back in the day. It was him and Jay-Z, and then something happened and they broke up, and then that's the whole thing. And so he's out there as, you know, as known as, you know, one of the people that were a part of the early hip hop mogul type people, right? But he's also been in the news for other stuff that's just kind of, you know, kooky, crazy, quirky. But the other day they had him on The Breakfast Club to talk about, I guess, his finances or whatever had been in the news. But there are clips all around of different things that he said, especially him going back and forth with Charlamagne. He was calling him a homosexual and things of that nature, kept calling him a girl and all of that. And people think that's funny. And I'm just like, okay, that's not really that funny. But I guess, you know, if that's the kind of relationship y'all want to have, or you know, sparring back and forth, jonesing, whatever, that's cool. Okay, that's cool what y'all doing. And I went back and watched the entire interview. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, approximately. But the part that that stuck with me the most is he had his friend up there that he called him his OG. And basically, and I had to go find his information on Instagram, but OG Daniel, and he is like basically a senior person that he listens to when he's kind of like E.F. Hutton. Those of you that are old enough to know what that means. When he talks, he listens. But he talked about that he has an annual community event in Harlem. And it's called, I guess, Makita Day. No. That was because his wife had passed. He's dedicated to her. But it's it's Heaven in Harlem is what it's called. And it's something that gives back to the community. He also has a nonprofit. And so this is like the part of the interview that I listen to the most. Because for the most part, as Dame Dash just talking, I would kind of drown him out, but then come back every now and then just to hear a little bit of what he was saying. But this is the point where he introduces OG Daniel, and the OG talks a little bit about the stuff that goes on in his annual event. So this is the part that interests me, and I want to play a little bit of this, and look it up and check it out. And if you are in and around New York, he does it every year. This year was in July. I'm not sure if it's done every year in July, but this is a little bit of where he introduces his OG.
Your wife is. I'm gonna let him take it from there.
I mean, he didn't say he was in his best sleep, but I asked him where he at because I could relate to his wife being in the hospital. He told me some things, and it just triggered some shit in my situation, watching my wife go through all these different situations.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Bait.
Okay, they went straight to commercial. But what I wanted to do is get to the part to where he actually introduces this guy. Because right here is just the middle of a conversation where he's talking about
to me, and I'm done.
Because everything you say is like you looking in the mirror. All you do is project. Has your therapist ever taught you that?
I have a therapy show on my network, America, and I want y'all to know. I'm sure you're on Instagram. I want to tell you what I've learned from my OG. Work America New called Healing is.
Jack, has your therapist ever taught you that?
I have a therapy show on my network, America New called
Trying to
Healing
get
is
to the
Gangster.
part
Check
where
it out. I want to tell you what I've learned from my OG. Okay, can you come up here, please? My OG, and I want y'all to know. I'm sure you're on Instagram. His wife just died.
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
condolences, brother.
All right.
Damn, man.
And I want to say this, right? Please sit down, because I learn so much from you every day. This is my OG. And I think you should ask him and talk to him. This man, when his wife was sick, he did not leave her hospital for 4 weeks. I would call him every day, correct? He never left her till she passed. I never, and that was what I call manning up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I don't even want to go into let him continue to talk like that because I don't want. We already dealt with copyright stuff last week, and yeah. So anyway. I mean, week before last. Basically, his name is OG Daniel, and the part that I wanted to get out there is that he has an annual community event that brings positive awareness to the community. It's in Harlem. And this year they had it in July. I'm not sure if it's something that happens every July, but I just thought that was kind of cool. On there he looks, and if you look on his Instagram page, he's a nice looking guy. He's, real fit, whatever. He keeps his glasses on the entire interview, but there's some pictures of them that were taken at the radio station. He has glasses off. He's very nice looking guy. Right now he's grieving. His wife literally just passed. It's been like months. It's been like 5 months. So he's going through his grieving stages, but they basically just talk about how it's important for the community to get together and know each other, especially if and he was talking about how he and Dame have been friends for a long time, and they made sure to introduce their sons to each other so they could know each other. They can build their own relationship just based on the fact that their fathers knew each other. And so that whole community event is just all about that positive community. Everybody come together, you know what I'm saying? And just learn from each other and just build with each other. But that is what I pretty much wanted to end on, something positive. One thing that I do want to put out there, because we always talk about at the end of the show, what are we doing? What do we have coming up? So the thing that I have coming up, and we had this young lady was on here a little bit earlier, Miss Tisa Williams. Today is her actual birthday, but she has a company called So Fluent, and she is a fashion designer and a seamstress. And she has a fashion show this weekend, actually this Saturday, and you can grab your tickets today. You can still grab tickets on her website. It's sofluent.com. And hold on, let me I wanted to highlight that. Here we go. So sofluent.com. You can go to that website and you can get your tickets. Again, the show is this Saturday. Doors open at 5. It's in Douglasville, Georgia, which is not far from Atlanta. Yours truly will be one of the ladies that will be on the runway, and I will be modeling some of her stuff. And this is her first show where it's just her showing only her stuff. And I asked her during the interview if she would consider doing this every year. So I guess it depends on how, this one turns out. But I have that coming up. And then my sister host, Bayou Diva, she and her wife have have a venue, which will be meeting it and doing the ladies den from each week eventually. But She is a Saints fan, and her wife is a Cowboys fan. But at the venue, they're going to be doing New Orleans Saints Sundays. So they're going to have food trucks and stuff out there. And every time there's a New Orleans Saints party, it's going to be open for watch party. And it's called the Orchid Event Venue. And it's out in Austell, Georgia, which is, it's north of Atlanta. But, if you're in and around Atlanta and you're ever looking for a place if you're a Saints fan, God bless you. But you're ever looking for a spot to watch the doggone Saints game, that is one place that you can go and check it out. And enjoy yourself. It's a good time. It's gonna always be a good time. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate you for riding with me today. I was riding solo dolo, but it's all good because I had y'all in here with me. As always, if you have an event coming up, if you're a business owner and you want to advertise with us, you can always contact us at theladiesden23@gmail.com and let us know what you want to do, and we will get you the information that you need. We have comparable pricing, and we'll get you up there and put you out to the audience and get your stuff out there. You can either send in a flyer or you could send in a video, 90-second video, and we'll play that for you. Also, if you have any events that you're looking, if you need media, if you need someone to host the Ladies Den, either one of us, we definitely are available to do that. Have we done that this year? We have done that this year. We've done some events, but anything dealing with media, the Ladies Den is available to come out and be your red carpet or whatever you need us for. Hey, but anyway, thank y'all for rocking with me tonight. Look forward to rocking with you again. Make sure you're following us on Facebook at the Ladies Den, on YouTube, and shout out to our YouTube folks at the Ladies Den podcast, and follow us on Instagram too. We post a lot of different video shorts on there, as well as we share different stuff that is like stuff that's happening in the world, especially the current events. We share stuff like that, and of course, because it's something that we will probably talk about like I did tonight. But anyway, thank you for rocking. Thank you, Miss Fannie Mae. Shouts out to anybody. Mama, if you're on there, love you. My cousin JoJo was on here for a second, and thank you, Frankie. Emily, shouts out to you over there on the YouTube side. Yeah. I will chit chat with you guys later and see you next week in the den. Bye-bye.
Lady K, are you ready?
Hey, thank you for joining us in the den. You can find us here live streaming every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you next week.
It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods, she was popping in the city. Hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break. They may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love because it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message. Ain't no room for lazy. Enjoy the entertainment. Locked in to the Ladies Den, so there's no confusion. They love what they do. You are locked in to the Ladies Den.
the ladies den. Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.